Nikke Show.
Tervetuloa Nikke Showhun. Studiossa on
Nikke. Moi.
Moikka moi. Ja tänään tavataan uusiseelantilainen sirkustaiteilija. Tämä lähetys on uusinta Niken kaksikko-ohjelmasta. Annetaan Jonskun esitellä, mistä on kyse. Nautinnollisia kuunteluhetkiä. Kaksikko.
Tervetuloa kuuntelemaan kaksikkoa. Studiossa olen minä, Jonsku, sekä
Nikke, hei kaikki kuulijat.
mutta täällä ollaan takaisin entistä ehompana. Meillä tänään onkin täällä hyvin mielenkiintoinen vieras. Nikke pongasi Yle Uutisista semmoisen henkilön kuin Thom Moncton, joka on uusiseelantilainen sirkustaiteilija. Hän asuu Suomessa ja hän on performanssitaiteilija ja myös koomikko. Hän on aloittanut uransa niinkin mielenkiintoisella tavalla Uudessa-Seelannissa kuin esittämällä aasin takapuolta. Hän on tehnyt myös sellaisen teoksen, performanssitaideteoksen, minkä nimi on Piano. Jos tämä Thomin nimi kuulostaa teidän mielestä tutulta, niin tämähän johtuu siitä, että hänen piti esiintyä jo meidän ystävänpäivä toivekonsertissa. Mutta silloin kävi niin, että hänen osionsa ei mahtunut lähetykseen, joten halusimme jatkaa hänen kanssaan nyt myöhemmin, kun on oikein kunnolla aikaa. Siispä tänään otetaan kunnolla selvää, mikä on se semmoinen performanssi ja kuka tämä Thom Moncton oikein on. Kuunnellaan seuraavaksi, mitä Nikke, Tapsa ja Thom juttelivat viime ystävänpäivänä. Tämä haastattelu ei silloin mahtunut lähetykseen, mutta kuunnellaan se nyt. Eli sirkustaiteilija Thom Moncton.
Kaksikko.
Welcome, Tom. How would you introduce yourself to the people who are listening to Radio Finlandia?
First of all, my name is Tom. I'm a Helsinki-based circus artist, and I work in theatre and circus as a comedian. I'm originally from New Zealand, Aotearoa, and I've been based in Europe for about 10 years, and 2 of them I've spent in Helsinki as a Helsinki-based artist.
Siinä Thom esitteli itsensä. Hän on sirkustaiteilija Uudesta-Seelannista ja on toiminut Euroopassa nyt 10 vuotta ja Helsingissä 2 vuotta.
You're originally from New Zealand, but now you live in Finland. Have you found new friends while living here? And are they all from Finland or are they foreigners too?
Well, the Finnish friends, I was studying overseas in Paris, and I met some Finnish people there, and they were the reason that I came to Finland. So the Finnish people brought me over, and since living here, yes, I've made a lot more Finnish friends. I think most of them here are Finnish, and but of course I have other friends that aren't Finnish. And I think the fact that Finnish people, especially in Helsinki, they switch so generously and easily to English when there are foreigners around means that there isn't like much difficulty in socializing between cultures and languages.
Tapsa kysyy, onko Thom löytänyt Suomesta ystäviä. Thom kertoo tutustuneensa suomalaisiin ystäviin opiskellessaan Pariisissa ja heidän kauttaan hän alun perinkin päätyi Suomeen. Thomin mukaan suomalaisten kanssa tulee hyvin toimeen, koska suomalaiset ovat valmiita niin avokätisesti vaihtamaan keskustelukielen englantiin, kun ulkomaalaisia on paikalla.
Does English make it easier to make new friends?
Well, funnily enough, I think it does, and I think especially Finnish people, I think they're even friendlier to me because I am a foreigner. I think if I was Finnish, maybe they wouldn't be so friendly.
Thom epäilee, että suomalaiset ovat häntä kohtaan vielä tavallista ystävällisempiä juuri siksi, että hän puhuu englantia.
Are there some traditions you have brought with you to Finland?
Well, yes. One thing, not necessarily to Finland, but to Europe. One thing I started that I've stopped doing now because I get too much attention was in summer I would just walk around in bare feet because that's kind of okay to do in New Zealand. but I stopped doing that because I got too much big weird looks. But but when I go back to New Zealand, it's always nice to take off my shoes and walk into a supermarket, and no one will look at me strangely.
Tapsa kysyy, mitä tapoja Thom on tuonut mukanaan Suomeen. Thom kertoo, että hänellä on Uudessa-Seelannissa tapana kävellä ulkona paljasjaloin, mutta Suomessa hän joutui lopettamaan sen, koska täällä häntä katsottiin oudoksuen.
One more thing, what's your song request? And to whom would you like to dedicate it to and why?
Okay, so I chose this song. It's called The Three, and it's by a band called Secret Chiefs 3. And it's for my friends Gabby and Sampo. And Sampo is from Finland, and Gabby is from Mexico. And I chose this track called The Three because Sampo and Gabby were recently married, and they got married 3 times, twice in Mexico and once in Finland. So it's for them.
Okay, thank you very much.
No worries.
Kaksikko.
Thomin toivebiisi on The Three yhtyeeltä Secret Chiefs 3. Se on omistettu Thomin tuntemalle pariskunnalle, joka juhli häitään 3, 2 kertaa Meksikossa ja kerran Suomessa. Kiitos Tapsa. Nyt kun ystävänpäivästä on kulunut jo muutamia kuukausia, halusimme soittaa Thomille uudestaan ja kysellä, miten elämä edistyy.
Kaksikon viikon vieras.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Nikke said, hi, how are you?
Cool. Yeah, I'm good.
So, welcome Thom again to our episode of Kaksikko.
Thanks.
We are happy to able to talk to you better now without any hurries.
Yeah, it's nice to get to chat again.
So first of all, we would like to ask you, where are you right now and are you still in Helsinki?
Yeah, I've been in Helsinki since Tuesday. I just got back from Belgium, enjoying this tropical weather that Helsinki is having.
Yeah, we are having tropical weather indeed. So what were you doing in Belgium?
I was touring Only Bones, a show that I'm performing in, and there's a festival there for circus. It was really nice, really big festival.
Okay, that sounds awesome. So how was your journey to Belgium and the festival?
Well, it was quite long actually, because it was on a plane and then a train, and then we had to get picked up. So, and we also lost all our technical equipment, so we had to reprogram our whole show. So it was kind of stressful, but it all worked out in the end.
Okay, that sounds kind of exciting and even scary.
Yeah.
Scary
Yeah,
too.
it's a good slap in the face. It like wakes you up a little bit when you lose all your equipment.
Yeah, I'm sure then you have to improvise and give it your best, I think.
Yeah.
Thom sanoo palanneensa Helsinkiin juuri Belgiasta, jossa hän oli esiintymässä, ja nauttivansa nyt Suomen trooppisista säistä. Haastatteluhan tehtiin Suomen kesän kovimman helleaallon aikana. Matka oli pitkä ja he muun muassa hukkasivat kaikki tekniset laitteensa ja joutuivat tämän vuoksi miettimään esitystä uudelleen. Okay, so I heard that you have lived in New Zealand. Can you please tell us what kind of place is New Zealand and in your opinion, what is the best thing about New Zealand?
Yeah, New Zealand is where I was born and I grew up.
Yeah.
And it's a nice. It's kind of a strange place because I guess it doesn't feel so different to Europe, but it's so far away. And of course, it's an island, so it's pretty. It's isolated by definition, but so it feels like quite far away from everything. But definitely the best part about it is the environment, the outdoors. It's really beautiful and compact and different wherever you go.
Yeah, I can believe that. I have always admired the nature and scenery of New Zealand and I would like to visit someday. Kysyin Thomilta, mikä hänestä on parasta kotimaassaan Uudessa-Seelannissa. Thomin mukaan siellä on parasta on maisemat ja luonto, joka on joka puolella saarta ihan erilaista. Okay, so about your career as a performance artist and performer, Nikke was interested in asking about how you began your career in New Zealand performing as a donkey's behind. So can you please tell us what was that all about?
Yeah, it was actually I went to a circus school first, and then afterwards I worked as a freelancer circus artist in New Zealand.
Yeah.
But there wasn't many jobs available, and one of the jobs I got was through the city council. And the job was being a zebra, so it wasn't a donkey, it was a zebra.
Oh, and, sorry, thanks for correcting.
Yes, no.
that is important.
It was a big zebra costume, and our job was to walk across like pedestrian crossings. We call them zebra crossings. And I was the back end of that zebra costume. And I just remember that job being the reason why I decided that I needed to go overseas and find some more opportunities, because it obviously wasn't it wasn't working out as I expected in New Zealand at that time.
I don't know. It sounds very awesome to me. Thom aloitti taiteilijanuransa freelancerina, mutta silloin ei ollut paljon työtä tarjolla. Yksi hänen ensimmäisistä työkeikoistaan oli kaupungin valtuustolta saatu tehtävä, jossa hän pääsi esittämään seepran takapuolta. Hän pukeutui seepra-asuun kaverinsa kanssa ja heidän tehtävänsä oli kävellä suojateiden yli, koska suojateitä kutsutaan siellä seeprasilloiksi. Tämän jälkeen Thom ajatteli, että paras yrittää löytää työkeikkoja laajemmaltakin alueelta.
Klassikossa kun aivan kun lakukoinikot tulee, ja kaunan sinun koinikot tulee.
Nikke is asking, what song would you like to hear in kaksikko next? What is your wish?
Well, the one that I've been listening to that I quite like is Colombe by Nicholas Jaar.
Thomin toivebiisi on nimeltään Colombe artistilta Nicholas Jaar.
Espérer plus d'espérance. Trois jours l'heure ni colombe, en montrant le ciel immense, mouchette. Le fond de l'horizon. Trois jours je vous donne un monde. À vous qui n'avez plus d'espoir. Ses yeux sont vrais pour le voir. Mouchette.
Tervetuloa takaisin kuuntelemaan kaksikkoa. Meillä on haastattelussa uusiseelantilainen performanssitaiteilija Thom Moncton. Studiossa olen minä eli Jonsku sekä Nikke.
Hei kaikille kuulijoille.
Kaksikko.
Nikke was asking, you are a performance artist. What is a performance artist and how does one become a performance artist?
Well, I guess it's quite a big term. I guess all you need is an audience, and then and then you are a performance artist. I think
Yeah.
I think that's the most important part is having an audience.
Yeah, I would think so too. Unless it's some kind of special performance without any audience. I don't know.
Exactly. I know. I'm sure that exists as well.
Yeah. So how did you become a performance artist? What brought you into this?
I think I learned to juggle when I was quite young, and I enjoyed that skills and those skills, and that's the thing that interested me in circus. But in terms of like getting up and performing to other people, I guess I grew up in like a family of, there was 5 of us, 5 boys, and so there was quite a lot of entertainment just within the family. So I really enjoyed laughing, and all my brothers were very entertaining. So I think that kind of made me interested in doing that as a career.
Right, I can see that. Yeah. So another question: you have this piece of performance art called The Piano. Can you please describe what is that all about?
Yeah. It's actually called The Pianist. Like,
Okay, sorry, yeah, The Pianist.
Yeah. And it was about a show about obviously a pianist, somebody who is about to start a piano recital, but he's kind of hopeless, so he keeps on messing the piano recital up, and he can't open the piano, and things fall to pieces, and he gets stuck in the piano, and he gets stuck under the piano, and the leg falls off, he gets stuck in the chandelier, he can't remember the piano music, and he gets into like fights with the lighting technician. So it's like a really chaotic kind of show. But that is I have stopped performing that, but there is another Canadian performer who is performing it still around the world.
Thom on perheestä, jossa oli 5 poikaa, ja veljien kanssa heillä oli aina tapana esiintyä ja hauskuuttaa toisiaan. Tämä vaikutti siihen, että Thom kiinnostui esiintymisestä. Esimerkkinä siitä, mitä performanssitaide voi olla, Thom kertoo teoksestaan nimeltä Pianisti. Siinä hän yrittää soittaa pianoa, mutta kaikki menee mukamas pieleen. Pianon jalka katkeaa, siitä putoaa palasia, hän jää jumiin pianon alle, pianon kansi ei aukea, hän ei muista nuotteja ja hän päätyy riitelemään valomiehen kanssa ja niin edespäin. I think you had recently an exhibition in Kannelmäki. How was it received by the audience and what was it about?
That was a new show with the same company, Sirkustaiteilija, who made the show The Pianist, and it's called The Artist, and it's about a painter. And I performed like quite a few places in Finland, and I performed in also like the kind of outskirts of Helsinki. So often the venues are really large, and there's not so many people who come. So I was expecting I wasn't expecting a lot, basically. My expectations were very big, but I was so surprised. Like I think we sold out a couple of times, and the audience was super enthusiastic and really fun, and I was like just really really surprised, and they're really loud as well. I was like, what's going on in Kannelmäki? Yeah.
Okay, that was a very nice surprise. Seuraavaksi kuuntelemme Thomin toivebiisin Maillot, jonka on tehnyt äänisuunnittelija Tuomas Norvio, jonka Thom oli tavannutkin Pariisissa. Okay, so we are here with Thom Moncton, a performance artist and a comedian. So, Thom, what is the difference between a performance artist and a comedian?
Well, I think that is like obviously the comedian's main focus is the comedy, the laughs, and getting that is the main driving force. Whereas, like, I guess a performance artist is a more general term that encompasses everything. And I guess the comedian is a performance artist, but one that is focused on getting the laughs.
Right. And what would you say to people who wish to have a similar profession as yourself, as a performer?
Well, I guess two things that I have found that have really helped me is putting yourself in context where you are unique. So, like, you might not even be the best at something that you do, but if you put yourself in context where you're the only person who can do that thing, then by definition, then you stand out. Then you are able to make an impression, and that is, I found that has been very useful. And the other thing is just being able to be flexible and to go where things lead you. Say yes to opportunities and just do as much as you can. Don't worry about succeeding or failing. Just try and do as much as you can.
Mitä eroa on performanssitaiteilijalla ja koomikolla? Koomikon tehtävä on saada ihmiset nauramaan, mutta performanssitaiteilija on pikemminkin kattotermi. Myös koomikot ovat oikeastaan performanssitaiteilijoita. Kysyimme, mitä Thom haluaisi sanoa niille, ketkä harkitsevat samanlaista uraa. Thomin mukaan on hyvä idea asettaa itsensä tilanteeseen, jossa omat erikoistaidot korostuvat, ja sitten vain lähteä tekemään välittämättä onnistumisista tai epäonnistumisista. Your road has led you to travel all around the world. So,
Yeah, sure has.
What different countries have you visited and performed in?
I think I did a count the other day, and I did. It's a little bit under 30 different countries.
Okay.
So that's quite a big list.
Yeah, that is.
But I guess some of the and that includes French Guiana, which is in South America. Been to Hong Kong and China and Mexico, US, Canada, and New Zealand. So, and to many different. I think the only continent that I haven't been to is Africa. So I would like to go at least to a country in the African continent. That would be fun. So at least I can check off all the continents.
Right. Yeah, I hope you can go there also. That sounds very awesome. So you can travel and see the world while you work.
Yeah.
That's like a dream for many people.
It is the dream, yeah.
Thom on esiintynyt melkein 30 eri maassa, mukaan lukien Hongkongissa, Kiinassa, Meksikossa, USAssa ja Kanadassa. Ainoa manner, missä hän ei ole esiintynyt, on Afrikka, joten siellä hän haluaisi päästä vielä käymään. Seuraavaksi kysyimme, keneltä Thom on saanut vaikutteita.
Growing up, I mean, I of course I was inspired by Rowan Atkinson and John Cleese and quite a lot of those British physical comedians.
Oh yeah, right, with their great body language skills. And...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So they were kind of like the most popular and easily accessible ones. But nowadays it's more like local people in my peers and people who are doing really good things on the contemporary scene.
Thom mainitsee saaneensa nuorena vaikutteita brittiläisiltä fyysisen komedian taitureilta, kuten Rowan Atkinsonilta ja John Cleeseltä. Nykyään hän ihailee eniten sellaisia kanssaihmisiään, jotka tekevät hyviä asioita hänen kotimaassaan.
Kaikki on erikoisluonnon, kun klassikon iällä. Oli oikein kiikurin haastattelun.
Thanks, Nikki, for having me, and it's always a pleasure to chat.
Okay, thank you, and very nice summer to you.
You too. Thank you.
Kaksikko.
Siinä kuultiin Syyria-niminen instrumentaaliteos. Tämä ohjelma syntyi siitä, kun Nikellä ja Tapsalla ei ollut kauheasti aikaa, kun pitää lähteä uimaan. Tämä ohjelma oli tosiaan uusinta Niken kaksikko-ohjelman ajoilta. Ensi viikolla tulee uutta ohjelmaa. Silloin Tapsalla on aikaa editoida. Kuullaan muun muassa viikon 19 uutuudet kokonaisuudessaan ja tutustutaan, mitä Sony Musicin viikko 20 tarjoaa. Sitten ei muuta kuin moikka moi!
Moikka moi!
Nikke Show.